Hi everyone, I recently shared an animation clip I made in Unreal Engine. I have been testing out some workflows that will allow me to independently produce my first animated series. One of the tools I used was Odyssey, a fantastic plugin that allows you to create hand-drawn, frame-by-frame 2D animations right on your Unreal Engine 3D environment, offering a unique blend of 2D and 3D workflows.
Let me show you exactly how I did this 2D VFX animation for my scene.
First, go to fab.com, search for the free plugin Odyssey, and add it to your library. From your Epic Game Launcher, select the option to install Odyssey directly to your desired Unreal Engine version. Open the Unreal Engine project. Navigate to Edit, Plugins, search for Odyssey, check the box to activate the plugin, and then restart the engine to complete the installation. We can see that an Odyssey mode and a viewport has been added to Unreal Engine project. Now let's create a sequencer. Here is where we're going to add our camera, characters, and the Odyssey actor to create our shots animation. Next, we gotta create our Odyssey 2D actor. Make a dedicated folder to have it all organized. Right-click, find Odyssey. There are a few options that you can use based on your project. Be free to play around with it and do your own experiments. For today, we're going to use the animation actor. This window will pop up. Here you have the configuration options: actor's name, aspect ratio, frame rate, layer type. Choose your own settings based on your project. I will do HD 24 FPS. Now we have our 2D animation actor. Let's drag and drop it into the scene, and now let's add it into the sequencer. An Odyssey timeline now is being activated with a raster layer and the first keyframe. In the outliner, let's take the 2D actor and add it into the camera. Go to details and reset the position and rotation. Now adjust the position according to your preference and your shot. The goal here is to have the 2D actor attached to the camera so it can follow the animations. You don't necessarily have to do this step every time you want to work with Odyssey. You can place the 2D actor on the scene wherever position is needed based on the shot, and you can create your 2D animations there. Now let's start adding keyframes. Inside the 2D actor, there is already a raster layer and the first keyframe. You can use this plus icon to add more keyframes or eliminate them. On the edge line, you can extend your current keyframe. Also, you can add folders, more raster layers, or vector layers. The same can be done on the sequencer. This option here will create a loop or keep your frame on hold. Now, if you are familiar with digital painting applications, you will find these tools easy to recognize and easy to use. You can see here there is an extended brush library to work with. Be free to play around. On the right side, there is a color wheel. You can choose your desired colors. On the layers, we can see the light table icon. This will allow you to see multiple frames simultaneously, displayed with some transparency. I will create a simple energy trail around the character for the demonstration. Doing raw drawings at the beginning will help to get the idea. To do the cleaning or the actual 2D VFX, I like to work with the primitive drawing tool, using the freehand option on a fill mode. Like this, it automatically fills the draw shape with the selected color. Also, there is the erase mode to delete anything you need. I did some simple adjustment on the lighting to see better the 2D animation. Something that will help in the animation process is to add marks on your keyframes. Like this, you can identify them, especially if you're working on a solo long project or with the team. Also, there is a cutting tool that can be used to add more keyframes in between. You can also play around with the materials. On the 2D actor, search for material and find it in the folders. Duplicate it. For the shader, it is always best practice to create a duplicate one of the default materials to avoid modifying the main asset. In the material editor, add a multiplied and a parameter node to modify the intensity connecting the color to a massive channel and use the parameter to control the values. Create a material instance and apply it to your Odyssey actor. Now you can adjust the massive as you like. Also, you can play around with some lights to enhance the 2D effects. Bring a post-processing volume to increase the glow on the 2D effects and the overall scene. Also, you can adjust the bloom values, make some color corrections, add some grain, and on the motion blur, make it to 0. This will help you on your final render. Now is your time to start creating frame-by-frame 2D animations directly inside Unreal Engine.